It's before dawn here. Oh, the first time that it's not been frozen. Okay, good. Maybe spring is on the way a little bit. Usually when I come outside, the baths are totally frozen. Okay, good. I can go and fill them up with water now. It's March, so crows enjoy playing around. So get some water and go out there and fill up the feeder. What I do a lot is I have this large clawfoot bathtub, so I'll fill it up and just go for a nice little soak. And then I leave it, and I take the water out and use it for the bird bath or for whatever. Birds don't like this new one as much as the old one. I don't know if they haven't gotten accustomed to it or there's something I don't know about birds. There's a nice little thing for them now, so when they show up, they won't have to worry about it. Well, not that they're going to worry. Birds, I'm not so sure birds worry. Do birds worry? Do birds worry? I don't think so. There's a matter of fact. There's an interesting thing in there's a. It was noted that there was a tribe in South America that does not have a word for the word work. You know, cutting wood is cutting wood. Carrying water is carrying water. There's no work involved. There's nothing called work. Which I guess the Industrial Revolution changed all that. That's a colored pencil drawing that I did. There's a little thing I bought because it looks very, very country-like, very homey. But I put these little magnets on here to give it a little bit of a different kind of a vibe. It's kind of a nice necklace. This necklace is a glass necklace from Africa. And then this is a little button thing. That's a piece that I worked on, yeah. Huh. Ay, ay, ay. I ran out of crackers. I have to go to the store and get crackers today. One other thing about living in a place like where I live, you have to be very conscious of making sure that you make notes or do something, because you go to the store and you get stuff and you come home, oh, you eat crackers, God, and it's like 18-mile round trip. It costs like about $4 just in fuel. That's a lot of money, man. Wow. We are in deep problems now. Deep problems. So, tomorrow I go to the doctor. I went to the doctor the other day for a blood test to get checked out. I'm not doing very well. I mean, I'm doing okay, I think. But psychologically, I think this whole living without a thyroid thing has got got some problems that I wasn't aware of. And it was kind of interesting. I called this friend of mine the other day. It's really funny. There was, when I was married for many years, and my wife and I split up, and the first woman that I got, it was like, I guess it's probably what would be considered like a classical rebound, right? So this woman, I got hooked up with this woman, really nice woman, incredibly nice person. And so that was like a rebound thing, I guess. And without getting into any great details, that thing ended. We ended on a good note because we still talk. As a matter of fact, the reason I'm telling you the story is because I called her yesterday and was talking to her husband, who actually I've spent more time with her husband than I did with her, I think, because I started working with him when I came back from LA. I was working with him, and he's an exceptionally nice person. And something that I didn't know is that he had thyroid cancer as well. And I knew he had some problems, but I didn't know it was thyroid cancer. So that was wild. So I think they're going to come over and visit me like in a couple of weeks. And so it's nice. It's nice to have friends that you've had for a long time. Known them a long time. Before they had, well, obviously I knew her before he knew her. But they're really, really nice people. Very, very kind people. So it'll be good to see them. It'll be real good to see them. He's a photographer. But he hasn't done much photos lately. So, we'll see. But I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. Oh, you know why I just went like that? You know where the buttons came from on sleeves? It came from Napoleon, because his soldiers were always like that, or whatever. And so they put buttons on sleeves so they would, I guess, be uncomfortable, so they wouldn't do that. So that's kind of funny. But I have to go to the doctor tomorrow and talk about my brain. I love my brain, but there's something happening. So I don't know what's going to happen. I can't, and I don't know if it's a combination of a brain thing and a thyroid thing, but I'm not able, I don't know if that's the right word. I'm not productive at all. I'm not doing anything. So I've got to go get checked out to find out what's going on, because I have no idea what's going on. It's not a comfortable feeling. But I mean, I've been nuts all my life, so, well, I shouldn't say nuts all my life, but so we'll find out. Find out what the doctor says tomorrow. It's interesting being out here in the middle of nowhere by myself. I mean, I don't even talk to people. I hardly ever see anybody. Very rarely do I communicate with anyone. I communicated with my neighbor yesterday because I met her on the road. I was out for a walk, and we talked for about 5 minutes or something, and that was kind of nice. I've been over to her place. She's a nice neighbor. It's really funny. You get out in a place like this, and all of a sudden you start to realize that a bunch of the neighbors don't get along. Like this one neighbor doesn't get along with this other neighbor, and that neighbor doesn't get along with her, and it's just a freaking nightmare. Some of the stuff that goes on out here. I think people get out here in the middle of nowhere, and they think, oh well, here we are. We're all peace and quiet, and all of a sudden you start having hassle with your neighbors. Like my neighbors with the freaking dogs and stuff. And I have this other neighbor. He gets absolutely, totally freaked out by these other neighbors. It's just a freaking nightmare. It is. It's in some respects. The other day I was talking to the post office worker, the mail carrier, And they're gonna like here they have. I used to have a post office box here many years ago. So, but you can't use post office boxes here anymore unless you got grandfathered in. So I didn't get grandfathered in on that. So I have to go to this location, which is about 1.5 miles away, to get my mail, which is kind of a hassle, but it's a secure box, with a key and all that. So what the post office is doing is they're trying to shift over all of these post office boxes to these big gang boxes. So, which is kind of a good idea, but they want to put a freaking gang box like right here on this road where I walk. Oh, no. The freaking road, is barely wide enough for one car, and they're going to have people pulling over and getting their mail at some freaking location like that. Come on, are you kidding me? People are going to get killed and run over and all kinds of stuff. Plus, it's going to cause a lot more traffic and everything. So I got a petition together and went around and got a bunch of names on the petition. I have to take that down to the postmaster. So it's interesting that there was some sort of action that needed to be taken care of. So I said, okay, I'll take care of that. And I started talking to people about it, and they were really upset because I found out that you only have to have one person to say, oh, okay, yeah, put it right here in front of my house, and they just do it. They did it over this other road, right in front of these. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. I think what the post office does is they go to these people, they go, oh, well, these people are obviously, dumbasses, they'll allow us to put a gang box in front of their house, So right there in front of these people's house is this big freaking gang box. And it's just like, oh my God, the roads are too small out here for that. The box where I have is on a big road, so there's plenty of room to pull over and turn around and all that. But out here in the middle of nowhere, you can't, what are people going to do? It's stupid. So everybody, I told them, I said, oh man, people start getting freaked out about that. So we'll see what happens on that. It's kind of interesting that the reason I do these videos, I think, is just so that I get some kind of messages, So, oh, somebody left me a comment, like, yeah, let me see on this last video how many people watched this video. Just move on. 95 people with 5 comments. I mean, oh my God, it's really funny. Interesting. YouTube used to be much different than it is now. And, oh well, there's no reason to talk about that. There's not much to discuss, really. It's getting a little brighter out there. I see way in the distance there's a car. It's probably commuting on the way to Albuquerque. It's 6:14, so they have about an hour, 45 minutes to a 1 hour commute probably. And that's not good. That's not good. I'm still having a little trouble sleeping. I went to bed last night like at 8 o'clock and woke up at, I think it was 3:30. I woke up multiple times, but I think I got out of bed I think I woke up at 2:30, then I got up at 3:30 or something. That's ridiculous. That's one reason I have to go to the doctor and find out what's going on. I don't want to take sleeping pills. I do not want to get addicted to sleeping medications or anything like that. But I'm starting to walk again, which is a good thing. I made two fairly long, well, not really long walks. I think almost 2 miles each yesterday. So that's my goal right now with the weather turning nice. So my goal is to do at least, I think it's 1.6 miles or something. I don't know, but there's multiple things that I do, but to try to do at least 2 walks a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. So once the sun comes up and it gets warm, I'll go for another walk and do that twice a day, and that makes me feel a little better. And right now I'm reading a book on Gustav Baumann, who was a early 20th century woodblock artist. And he was trained in Germany, and he lived, most of his work was done when he lived in Santa Fe. The work he's most noted for, and most of his work was done in Santa Fe, I believe. So it's interesting to read about this guy. So, I don't know. It's really kind of funny about the freaking sewing machines. Oh my God. You know, it's just like, I think I'm bipolar. I'm freaking bipolar. What am I going to do with like 15 sewing machines? I mean, come on, man. I don't even know how to use them. I don't even know how to thread the freaking things. Oh my God. I mean, they're interesting. I mean, I can sell them for more than I paid for because I got them at a good price, you know. And they're an interesting collectible, but, you know, I have to make some money somehow. I can't be playing around with this. I have no money coming in. You know, it's like, oh man, what are you gonna do? I guess I'll starve to death. I'll do a video of my starvation. I'll put it online every day. I'll do a continuous stream. I'll do live streaming of my demise on YouTube, on Ustream. There's a big crow just flew by. It's fun watching the birds. So I think that once the weather starts clearing up, I'm going to start doing some little trips, and maybe even put a sleeping bag in the back of my vehicle and do some little trips and just spend the night out some different places and stuff, because it's been good for me to get away. I mean, I probably won't do it, of course, you know, just like I thought I had this grandiose idea about, oh yeah, I'll do this sewing machine thing. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Do 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 do. Do do. Do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh.